Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And I continue with Tormentum Dark Sorrow, Blind. I'm trying to escape from this castle here. I've been imprisoned for supposedly being evil in the past, but I know nothing about this yet, so let's just go on. And steel bars block the way I came. I won't be able to go back this way. There is no need to get back there. The passage is blocked anyway. Completely destroyed. Okay, there's a skeleton being electrified. I found a skull covered in mysterious ornamentation. Okay. I can see a wall covered with mysterious symbols through the openings. Indeed. This skeleton is covered with mysterious signs and is probably missing a head. The skull has the same kind of markings as the headless skeleton. Okay, so I suppose I was supposed to do that. The skeleton is complete. I'll try to start the machine now. Okay, so first it's like a triangle. Visible over here. Although maybe there's a symbol supposed to be here as well, but I can't see anything. It's like a triangle. Then like the toppled F. Then this. And then finally this. The symbol order is correct. The device has started. Yeah, but the problem is I have no idea what the device does, so generally it's not a good idea. Someone must have removed a lever from this device. Without it, there's not much I can do. Generally I would say it's not a great idea to be pushing levers and flipping switches that you don't know anything about. But well, it is a game, and an adventure game at that, so it's a bit of a staple of the genre. Okay, that's an interesting figure. It's looking like it's like clutching another person over here, and they're like worshippers or something underneath. Definitely kind of creepy. A hole with an unusual shape. Okay, do you have anything to say? It's easier for 1,000 crows to fly through a fiery mountain than it is for you to pass safely throughout my entrails, wretched human. My gates are shut to the sinful for eternity. Begone. Okay, he just repeats himself. The statues are still blocking my passage. I have to do something. Oh, that's the rat guy from before. I didn't expect to meet you again. How did you manage to escape? I may be asking too much, but if you help me get out of here, I can give you something to make your escape from this castle easier. There's a lever behind me. You should be able to lower my cage with it. It's impossible to get near it at the moment. That's because of the creature lurking in the pit nearby. You'll have to get rid of that abomination first. I believe a good way to go about it would be to feed it poisoned food. Somewhere in this castle there should be a kitchen. Please find it and prepare the poison. Only then you can lower my cage. Think about it. I assure you it will be worth your while. Now obviously that's an uncomfortable situation for me, because I know nothing about what's happening here. I don't know what this guy has done to supposedly deserve being in prison for, and neither do I know what I myself have supposedly done to deserve this. Like, maybe we are all crazy serial killers or whatever. Maybe we have committed genocide. Like, I don't know. So now obviously my first instinct is excuse me. My first instinct is obviously to help him, because he's suffering. He has been kidnapped by some weird order of knights traveling around in a zeppelin, like supposedly he said without good reason. But obviously I don't know anything about this. So games are fond of this sort of twist when they make you do something and then point a finger at you and laugh at you because you've done the thing that seemed entirely sensible at the time, but then at the end there's a plot twist that reveals that you have made a horrible mistake. So I don't know. Is this the lever from before? I found a rusty lever. Okay. A dangerous creature. Better to stay away from it. Yeah, so I suppose I can't flip the lever. I can't reach it. The monster is blocking my way. Okay, this is just repeating. So I can't do anything with this for now anyway. Let me just get back to the machine over here. And the lever is in place. I'll pull it and see what happens. And generally that doesn't seem like a great idea to me, but I don't think I have much of a choice anyway, so... What? Apparently I have coated this skeleton in flesh. Why can't I move? Why can't I feel anything? Although it looks more like a ghost anyway. This damned place have taken everything I had from me. My memories, my body, all gone. All that remains is the sense of overwhelming guilt. What have I done to deserve such a miserable fate? I remember a big flying machine, a cold cell and sculpted hands. I managed to escape. I wandered around the castle, and then there was only pain, never-ending pain. They must have finally got me. I am beyond help, but I have something that might help you. Please take this key. It was not easy to get, but I have no use for it anymore. A mysterious being gave me the stone key. Now, what he said is kind of interesting. Just a pile of bones now. Because it implies that he has been tortured to death, and I object to that fate on principle, regardless of what he has done. Nobody deserves that, and I guess it might tie to Kant again and that quote from the beginning, because that's very much something that would fit within the purview of deontology, to say that sure, it is right to, for example, punish criminals, but you should do it in accordance to some rules. You should never justify a certain level of barbarity towards another person just because they have committed a crime, just as a deterrent, for example, for others. Because the act of torture is like, it could be argued, and I would very much believe so, that it is inherently wrong. Like, I do not believe you can accomplish good things by using torture, and I think you shouldn't, because disregarding the fact that, contrary to popular belief, torture is actually highly ineffective. Like, there have been studies done and research done, and based on historical evidence, it has been concluded that torture is a very bad way of obtaining evidence, because people under torture are going to say whatever they think you're going to believe. They are going to make up convincing lies just to make it stop. Like, they will admit to whatever they think that you want them to admit to, just to make the pain stop. So torture is not even effective, but even if it was, I still don't think we should do it. I think it compromises the state's integrity as an entity that should uphold human rights. I don't think you could ever justify using torture, even if it was effective, which it isn't. So this might be kind of a clue, like maybe I should let the Ratman go, regardless of what he has done, because nobody deserves to be slowly tortured to death, even if they are guilty. I don't know, I will think about it when the moment happens, I guess. It won't do anything else, I'm wasting my time. Yeah, I have a key for this. The key I received from the Spectre has proven useful. I don't know how you achieved this, but you have uncovered my heart. Be gone, you fool, before it's too late. Well, I think I have to interact with it because I can't get through here. I won't risk being devoured by the monster. Okay, what's up with that? Okay, so I'm trying to get to somewhere with this. I don't quite know. I guess I'm trying to connect both of those to the middle, right? Okay, this goes over here. This goes over here. I need to basically circumvent this with the green one, I guess. Okay, I'm getting a bit lost. I should concentrate on one color for now. Seems to have connected the tiles properly. Okay, so I guess they both connected by accident. I wasn't even looking at the purple one. I found half of a stone medallion. There's some kind of a design engraved on it. Okay. Okay, so I can go this way. But still not this way. The throne is empty. I wonder who sits on it. Better not anger the creature, it looks irate. Maybe it's hungry. Who do we have here? I should probably be calling the guards now, but I think I might have some use for you. There's a woman locked in a cage in a room nearby. I will now give you an unusual knife. You will take it and kill this witch. Given what you did to get here, I don't think this will be much of a challenge for you. Just don't be fooled by her innocent looks. She will try to deceive you. Don't even try to listen, just kill her. In return, I won't throw your back into the cell, and perhaps you'll be given something more, but do your work first. Okay, the creature is hungry. How about no? Like, that's literally one of the most unreasonable requests in the history of ever, to demand that I go to some random woman whom I have never met and kill her without asking questions and without letting her explain anything. Like, he was literally like, don't listen to her. Like the hell. Obviously I am going to listen to her, and I am going to learn more about the situation. I'm certainly not going to kill her without talking to her. That's just an information plaque. If you very value your life, keep away from this door until it's repaired. And coming nearer might end badly for you. If I don't kill you, the spider living behind the door will. His limbs are filled with poison. Its tiniest drop would end your miserable existence in a blink of an eye. With this substance, I created poison arrows and blades for the castle. The mechanism responsible for maintaining the right conditions in the room has broken. The poison flowing down the spider's legs into the grate in the floor has stopped being pumped into the pipes. The flow of the poison is only possible with the door being securely locked. The device is in the need of the repairs down in the castle's sewers, but the entry is flooded. Now I must guard this room before the issue is resolved. Should the door open any further, the spider could attack. But why am I telling you this? Leave and don't waste my time, human. Well, to be honest, I don't know why you're telling me this, especially seeing how I'm an escaped prisoner. You'd think you'd be more concerned about that. Better not test the guard's patience. I don't want to end up back in the cell again. There's a statue behind the wall that seems to be alive. It's watching my every move. Okay, can't go down. The statue guarding the hall won't let me down. I must find a way to pass unnoticed. Okay, I grabbed something. The scale is empty. Piece of weight. Ah, okay, so it raises like a shield in front of the eyes of the statue. So if I weigh it down enough, it's going to cover its eyes and it's not going to notice me. Can't talk to it, I guess. An information plaque. It's firmly attached to the wall. They let you filthy humans just wander around the castle like that? So, you say you have to get into the room here? What for? All you will find here is a broken furnace. Well, I could let you in, but there's nothing for free. If you want to get there, I will have a little favor to ask of you. Find this place on the drawing and dig at the point I marked for you. Unfortunately, I myself can't venture there. I was told by one of the prisoners, I was told that one of the prisoners hid something interesting there. Bring this to me, and then we'll talk. Picked up a shovel, okay. I can see a hand-shaped indentation in the middle. There are rings that are spinning around them, but I can't stop them. Okay. How did it look again? Two statues or creatures? Ah, that's a knife that he wanted me to use to kill the witch, which obviously I am not going to do, but I will still take the knife, especially because it seems like it has a key on the other side. I picked up the knife key hybrid. Yeah, right. I guess I can go back as well. Oh, and this is over here. This is the place. The ground seems less sturdy here. I've uncovered a rather impressive lump of gold. Okay. Okay, so I guess I have to give it to him. Gold, as I thought. The fool spoke the truth before he died after all. See, you did prove useful. Take this necklace. It's the key to the room next to you. What necklace? I don't have anything. Ah, he threw it on the ground. This seems already kind of coherent. To be honest, it's difficult to discern, which I guess is on the is on purpose. But many of those configurations, there's a lot of fingers, a lot of claws. Many of those configurations look like almost right. Have you spoken to my brother, the halberdier? He guards the room with the poison spider, which makes the poison for our weapons. I did actually speak with him, but I'm not sure what the point of the question was. Okay, let's visit the other guy. What are you waiting for? Go and kill the witch. How about no? Okay, this all repeats. Well, I do have to work out this. There's no changing that fact. And by all accounts, this shouldn't be particularly complicated. Okay, that was somehow more time consuming than it probably should have been. There are weights inside, made from some kind of strange material. Picked up a green weight. Okay. I found a bone. It's empty. I will need something to light the furnace. Nothing happens. There must be something missing. It seems like there's something missing here. If I want to start the furnace, then I need to find the valve. Okay, there's a schematic. Someone marked the key elements of the furnace on this sketch. So the valve should be somewhere on the right here. It should be here. It's literally missing. I have to reattach it, I guess. Okay, so first, I think I have enough weights now. Have you spoken to my brother, the halberdier? I did, actually. I should have enough weights to cover this. Oh, no. I have a bone for the creature right here, right? To keep it distracted. Picked up a green weight. The creature seems calmer now. And now I should have enough. Yeah, the statue doesn't see me anymore. I think it's safe to walk down the stairs now. And that's the valve that's missing. I detached the valve. I found a ruby eye. It's a painting of some kind of organs. A disturbing painting depicting giants. Found a ruby eye. There are stairs behind this door leading down. I can't open this door. Can't even see a keyhole. Can't do that. Puny being, each time the blade penetrates your flesh, you are being freed from the evil that has hatched deep within you. Every suffering has meaning, and the meaning for your suffering is to see the truth about yourself. Do not struggle, confess. You willingly condemned yourself to this suffering by following an unrighteous path, but I am here to help you. I shall free you from all evil. By committing evil? Of torture? Like, I am inherently distrustful of anyone who, professes to adhere to some kind of ultimate justice while talking to a man that's being tortured in a tone that suggests he should be borderline grateful for that. What a great opportunity for growth and atonement for your sins, being being subjected to inhuman torture and unfathomable pain. Surely that's the way to reform criminals. Just torture the hell out of them. And you know, the worst thing is, there is actually, I'm not sure how is it abroad, you know, I suppose it depends a lot on the current political situation in a given country, but in Poland there is a disturbingly high tolerance in like online discussions for suggesting treating criminals, you know, inhumanely. Whenever some horrible crime is being committed, people online have a tendency to like try to one-up themselves in the descriptions of absolute barbarity that they would wish upon that person that has committed that crime, somehow overlooking the fact that if we did that to people, that would make us borderline worse than the very same people we are condemning. First of all, and second of all, sometimes the people do that even before people are convicted, forgetting that, you know, the presumption of innocence is a freaking thing for a reason. Like, sometimes people are jumping to those horrible conclusions right at the point when someone is just accused of a particularly horrible crime, and I find that very disturbing and very annoying, because people in Poland, you know, conservatives in Poland are, for example, this is like the most mind-blowing thing for me, that conservatives in Poland are very Islamophobic. They are like, you know, whenever there's talk of Muslim immigrants, they are like, we cannot let them into our country because they follow a set of beliefs. You know, their culture is incompatible with our culture. But in the same breath, when they say that, they are advocating for, you know, for barbaric, mutilating punishment that would make even most Muslims, you know, horrified and disturbed, and those punishments would be right at home, you know, in ISIS, for example, you know, in the most strict and most hardcore application of the Sharia, for example, mutilation for theft, right? Cutting hands off of thieves, and it's like wonderfully ironic that those people, if you scratched the labels, you know, if you scratched the labels of ISIS, they would actually approve. If you scratch the Islamic label off of it, they would actually approve of most of the batshit insane, horrible practices that they stood for, you know, forbidding adultery, punishing people for adultery, cutting hands off of thieves, you know, pushing gay people off rooftops and all that. Like, it's insane and disgusting and disturbing, but also hilarious in a very dark way. So I'm inherently suspicious of those knights and what they are claiming to be doing here. Can I interact with them? I hear the sounds of torture coming from behind the wall. There are some switches inside. Once again, probably not the best idea to fondle with switches, the meanings of which you don't comprehend, but this strange illustration may prove useful. I'll note it down. There are two kinds of pain, physical pain and the pain of the mind. Yet there can be greater torture than suddenly realizing... Yet can there be greater torture than suddenly realizing hope is but an illusion of a sick mind. The night cannot be black that the night cannot be that black that one may not see but a single star. Already noted. getting really frustrating. Perhaps I should look around the castle for clues. Yeah, perhaps you're right, because there are some symbols over here that would probably clue me in as to what am I even doing. And there are the sewers. I can't go down there, the tunnel is flooded. The water is really dirty, can't see anything through it. There's something missing here. Perhaps if I found the missing part, the machine would drain the water from the flooded tunnel. Okay, so I'm looking for like a gear. And this is the torch chamber. Can I somehow make him stop? To think I could have ended up like this had I not escaped the cell. Ah, there's a key. I have to distract the guards somehow first. Only then will I be able to take the key and notice. Maybe it has something to do with this. Oh, I can still go through here. I didn't even notice that because the arrow is so close in color to this. Something is missing here. Stone plaque, and the door segments keep moving relative to each other. I can't stop them. I don't have time for such experiments. The padlock is locked. Punishment number 431. For the attempted act of treason of preparing poisoned meat, the castle cooks are hereby punished by being fused into a wall for eternity. We are all prisoners, but some must also take the shape of their prison to understand their sin. Like, again, I sort of immediately recoil. I find the idea of infinite punishment to be inherently unjust. There cannot be a crime so heinous that it would warrant an indefinite punishment, because any evil that you can commit while living is by necessity is by necessity quantifiable. It might not be quantifiable in our human sense, but we understand that it is limited because our life is limited. Even if you killed every person that has ever lived ever, for example, then that's still a limited and quantifiable amount of evil. Whereas eternity, most people, I feel like humans, we are not equipped to handle such a concept as eternity, because eternity is not a really long time. It's it's not like, it's understandable to think that some people who have committed some very heinous crimes or have done some very great evil, it's natural to think that they should, for example, suffer themselves even for a long time. But eternity is not a long time. It is literally eternity. There is no end to it ever. And I feel like whatever evil you have committed, at some point, it's going to be enough. After you suffer, we might argue on the details. We might argue, how long is enough. But at some point, it's going to be enough. And past that point, by still being subjected to suffering, you are suffering unjustly from that point onwards. And eternity is literally, by definition, endless. So that's why, for example, I have a very huge problem with the concept of hell. Like, I can't take seriously any kind of religion that posits an existence of hell-like place where you suffer for eternity for your sins, because it is inherently unjust. Whatever God that would punish you for eternity for whatever is, by my definition, either insane or immoral. I refuse to worship such a being, even if, because I am an atheist, I believe there are no good reasons to believe that any gods even exist. But even if they did, and even if I knew that they do, I would still find the act of worshipping them distasteful. I would find that they are not worthy of my worship, because whatever god threatens me with the idea of infinite punishment is not worthy of my worship. He is either insane, that's the best case scenario for him, or he's actively malevolent and actually must derive some kind of a pleasure from the thought of an unending torment. So, I'm immediately sort of immediately suspicious and immediately what's the word? Put off, but by this idea of someone being punished for poisoning by being fused into a wall for eternity. Like, come on, it seems like a bit of an overkill, don't you think? Okay, I have a key. It breathes. So this is probably one of the cooks. Fresh air. What a relief. Thank you for freeing me from this darkness. I was turned into a window, then they put a wall in front of me. My brother was turned into a door, which they cut into pieces. It's a punishment we've been suffering for time untold. If you want to get inside the kitchen, you will have to help my brother. Only he can let you in. Find him among the body parts nearby, and he'll be able to let you inside. He has big, wide open eyes, a long nose which lets him smell everything inside the castle. He is not very talkative though, so his mouth is always shut. Okay, so big, wide open eyes, you say? Long nose. Wide eyes. I would say those are the most fitting. Okay, he's repeating himself. Big, wide open eyes, long nose, not very talkative. I found the world being's brother. He should let me into the kitchen now. Okay. There's supposedly poison in the kitchen, right? And the spoon is cracked. It's useless. A bucket with a hole in it. I don't need it. The lamp might come in useful. I found a horned skull. The recipe for poison. It seems I'm not the only one having a problem with this monster. To prepare the poison, I need something more than just the water. It doesn't work. I need to find a device that will light the fire. I found a horned skull. I've picked up a skinning knife. There's nothing else to take here. Okay, to prepare the poison, I need a spider's leg. Anyway, even if I decide to do so. So I think I'm currently done here. My brother is whole again. We'll never regain our real form, but now at least we'll be together. Okay, let's place the valve here. The valve is in place, but I don't have fuel. The horned skulls can now generate a spark necessary to light the furnace. Yeah, but I still don't have the fuel for it. Like, I need wood or something, you know, something to burn. But I guess at least I am a step closer. Okay, I need to find some clue relating to that. The protagonist himself actually suggested that. I'm missing a gear from here. Okay, I don't really know what to do here, but I am also very tired, which I think must be adversely affecting my concentration as well. So I think I'm going to end it here for now, because this episode has been long enough, and I will continue next time. So that's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!